We go right, so Maximo has the advantage. He's got possible with 6 laps to go that he can still win this race.
Totally. Until I've calmed down and I said, well, that's a very sensible decision.
Yeah, bobble for Bennett Fernandez as he went into the right-hander at the end of the start.
He certainly will be. Did get to speak to Max yesterday about the incidents with Pini and Plom, who's another rider, back for a 3rd year, I think, and having
Maximo Chies, he has the advantage over his arch rival Piqueras.
Did he touch the green? He that'll be the key. So rest before Jerez, and he too can get it sorted for next time. Let's see. He's going wide. Yes, he's going to do it now. But
it's a mountain bike this year, and he really thought that he'd put it behind him, but so it still is the 54 Veda Patama that leads.
Disaster to see on 4 Eddie O'Shea, really struggling after
He's not easing off at the moment, and let's see whether he does go for that long lap penalty. He's coming behind him. It's 28 chased by 18,
and already a couple of him to be back up and fighting for this victory as well. Really, that's skill and a half.
There, well picked, Matt. You picked that one up perfectly.
It's a tall order to regroup after a mistake that cost him and another. Towards if he's the last late breakers, he is. How about that? So for the last corner,
slid it in there, didn't he? Yeah, absolutely superb stuff.
Got to give a shout.
He's got every chance of doing it again.
Wow, what a drive! Dinesh in a 2nd place. Wow, he goes from enthusiasm.
Yeah, he hardly could believe it. He said, look, if you'd asked me... Right, OK, so now we have Veda Patama that leading. He's been unable...
He celebrated yesterday's race victory, race 2nd place, sorry, like it was. He cannot miss it, which is why they get 3 laps to actually complete it.
And, well, it doesn't look like that now, does he? He's determined. He's a
neon yellow, there's 2 in fact, big neon yellow boards as they cross.
No, I dreamt of this as a kid, and I'm up here on the podium. I said, do you want to... Of the screen in front of him, of the lights on his screen.
From yesterday are now positions 1, 2 and 3 in the standings.
But he's now got to do a long lap penalty. And he's
absolutely livid with himself and others around him yesterday after that result. It's the end of the world if you don't win a race because you're doing a bit of irresponsible riding.
He can still feature in the battle for the lead here, I think.
Yeah, he certainly can. You've got to keep an eye on them riding etiquette at this age, don't you? I mean, obviously it's the most important race of their lives.
Carmela, Brandes, O'Gorman in 6th, Pini 7th.
Only 7/10 off Lucas Brown, but still feeling rough.
What is that? A 5-6 bike length lead over his arch rival.
There is Alejandra Fernandez running us.
Yeah, that's right. Oh well, they're finished straight there. He's obviously pushing very hard to get back on terms. It is.
Have you managed to speak to him yet? And he said, no, I've taken the decision to not go and see a much better run of it this year. Find his form.
A nasty. Piqueras will be so determined to go after him.
Yeah. So, yeah, well done for him for getting it done. So he's just off the back of this group. That's the number 24 Guillaume Brown. That'll be ideal.
Wow, look at that. The number 28. Oh,
he cannot touch the green, Peter. That's the key, and it's always very dirty there as well, isn't it?
He obviously hasn't. Such a shame.
Yeah. Hopefully a bit.
Will Bennett Fernandez do his long lap penalty now?
Yesterday's his injury from the crash and his previous injury from a mountain bike.
Well, down to the section now at the end of the lap.
The bike legs in hand as well for the rest of them. That is sensational. That's a...
Yeah, and there's the number 7. He's certainly not, relaxed. What a great drive, and his arch rival, Piqueras is right.
Ride at their race yesterday. So, yeah, really good job from him. But out of it, what a slingshot he got there. Blimey, right out as well to Christian Daniel Jr. just off the back of this group then. So he really... If Max Keeler's a 28, got out turn 15, he's going to go for about 5th place. 5th to 2nd, goodness me. That was brilliant.
Yeah, he really... This morning, if I was going to be on the podium, I said, no way. But here I am, and able to break away. As I said, he was thinking of making perhaps some change.
It was a race victory, Dick Carby. Absolutely sensational. I really enjoy that level of it. Otherwise, they are failing to comply, and they get given another one.
In 2nd place, he's got his eyes set on Piqueras, the leader.
Yeah, he certainly start and finish day, which say long lap penalty number 7. It will also come up on his dash.
Win tomorrow. He said, yeah, of course I try to win, but I'll be happy if I'm just up here. There's a lot in it's 54 Veda Patama that leads. Will
to not do it anymore, otherwise they will get such a long lap
at the moment, and let's see whether he does go for that long lap penalty. He's coming down to the...
He certainly can. You've got to keep an eye on them though. Look how many of them are just going beyond track limits. That's back up and fighting for this victory as well.
Yeah, and there's Pini 7th. Pini, you know, he's obviously got pace
to regroup after a mistake that cost him and another rider their race.
lead over his arch rival Vicaris. Carved in there, didn't he? Yeah, absolutely super stuff.
Got to give a shout out as well to Christian.
That's right. Oh well, there we go. Right, so
Dinesh in a second place. Wow, yeah. He goes from 5th to 2nd. Decision to not go and see him until I've calmed down. And I said, well, that's
okay. So now we have Veda Patama that leading. He's been unable to break up for him.
Yeah, he certainly will be. Did get to speak to Max, miss it, which is why they get 3 laps to actually complete it. Otherwise,
number 28 of Maximo Chies, he has the advantage over him.
So there's 2, in fact, big neon yellow boards as they cross the start and finish day, which say, yeah, hopefully a bit more rest before Jerez and he too.
Of the screen in front of him is of the lights on his screen and on the
action his previous injury from a mountain bike.
Well, it's a mountain bike year, and he really thought that penalty. And he's only got a few laps.
It's sensational. That's a disaster to see on for Eddie O'Shea. But if you don't win a race because you're doing a bit of irresponsible riding, we're not talking big.
Vicaris is right behind him. It's 28 chased by 8.
Don't you? I mean, obviously it's the most important race of their lives at the moment. You got there, blimey O'Reilly. That's skill and a half.
There will be.
I mean, at this level. They want Dean. He's going to go for about 5th place in towards 1st if he's the last late breakers. He is! Penalty, that'll put him a little bit out the running. So, fair enough. I mean,
no way. But here I am, and he's got every chance.
Down the back straight he comes then. Brotol is all, completely all over the place, isn't it? Sensational. I really enjoy that level of enthusiasm.
Yeah, he hardly could
run a bit this year, find his form.
A nasty bobble for set on Vicaris, the leader.
Yeah, he certainly celebrated yesterday's race victory. Great for him for getting it done. So he's just on the back of this group. That's the number 24 of Guillaume Plomb, who's another rider. Up on Marcos Ruder, the 69 there. Gorman back green, Peter. That's the key, and it's very dirty there as well, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
very.
Did he turns? So Sal Mella also in second.
Benyat Fernandez do his long lap penalty now.
See, penalty.
Yeah, and he's holding that advantage, isn't he?
Yeah.
To the section now at the end of the lap. So it still is the.
Surely now will be a warning for the riders to come through and
the number 7. He's certainly not, relaxing, not easing off. So if he can keep it calm, he could still feature in the battle for the lead here, I think.
Yes, yesterday. So yeah, really good job from him to be
in 3rd place. Samela, Brandes, O'Gorman in
Daniel Jr. just off the back of this group then, so he really is a tall order.
Samo has the advantage. He's got what? Is that the 5-6 bike leg?
And goodness me, that was brilliant.
Yeah, he really slid it.
It's a very sensible decision.
Yeah. Well, as I said, he was thinking of making perhaps some change to the motorcycle. He thought
about the incidents with Pini, and I said, have you managed to speak to him yet? And he said, no, I've taken the. They are failing to comply, and they get given another one.
Right, his arch rival Vicaris, and Vicaris will be so determined to go up.
Long lap penalty number 7, it will also come up on his dash. He cannot get it sorted for next time around, that would be ideal.
Wow, look at that on the boards that he's being shown at the start and finish.
There is a big neon yellow.
Not that he put it behind him, but he obviously hasn't. Such a shame. To do that, let's hope he's taking a notice of his...
Really struggling after yesterday's injury from the cash money prizes.
No, he just set the fastest lap of the race too, but he's now got to do a long 18.
And already a couple of bike legs in hand as well for the rest of them. That is it. However,
yeah,
it's not the end of the world.
You picked that one up perfectly. What a great drive, and his arch rival.
To really enforce good riding etiquette at this age.
The number 13 of Hakan Danic pulled. Yeah, that's right. Oh, well, there we go. Through the gearbox to 6th. Pick up the slipstream.
I had to speak to him yet, and he said, no, I've taken the decision to not go and see him until...
Isn't that incredible? Vicaris will be so determined to go after him.
Yeah, he certainly will flick back onto the right, and now it's all downhill from this moment. The ideal.
Wow, look at that, the number 28 of Maximo.
Screaming, isn't it, as we come into turns 12 and 30.
He hasn't. Such a shame.
Yeah, hopefully a bit more...
Just where the limit is, you're on board with Bikin Uriarte.
His injury from the crash and his previous injury from a mountain bike.
Well, it's a quick change, 1st to 2nd to 3rd to 4th. through this incredibly fast.
In hand as well for the rest of them. That is sensational, and that's a disaster.
Third row starting position. They go down the corkscrew again. Great drive, and his arch rival, Takeris, is right behind him.
Goes back into third.
And Benet Fernandez, as I say, he doesn't come off the...
What a slingshot he got there.